Hello, everybody. Hi. Yeah, sorry I'm a little late. Walking the dog took a little bit longer than I thought it would, but puppy has been walked now, and she is a much happier puppy. Walked now, so it's kind of running around to get everything up and get started in just a moment. While we're waiting, I'm gonna grab a couple things to uh, just get everything ready. There. So, so blank screen, nothing's going on. All right, let's see. So, let's see. Just pulling up the modding demo now. Uh, modding guide so I can remember how to do some of the stuff. So I don't know which one's the most recent. So that's probably, yeah. So let's see all my craziness. Couple, get some music going. So there's something in the background not talking. speakers. All right. All right. So it's our let this run for a minute so we have something going on instead of just my plain ass computer screen. Let's do it this way. Yep. So I think I got everything set up. Go. So we'll just give it a minute since I started a couple minutes late, and we'll get started. Uh, oh, no, nobody else present. Oh, interesting. All right. So let's get started. So everybody. All right. I hope welcome to everyone. I hope this evening is a good evening for y'all. I'm your host Malachi, staff member for DBZ League, modder, a small bit of skill, and I'm here just to continue on doing some common mods that we've done in DBZ League to help keep things interesting and just kind of running along. Tonight we're just going to really look at two main types of mods. One of them is setting the starting health key in B1 stocks for characters, and the other is replacing a character. The setting of the different major stats like health, key, B1, that's one of the things that in the past we did with cheats, and just to kind of make things run a little more smoothly in the league, we've kind of moved away from using cheats, just so it's one less thing to be concerned about during day-to-day stuff. It's just if you have the right ISO, you're gonna have everything you need. Like if you're on tournament, if you're trying to run something for Tournament of Power and you don't have the right health and blast stocks or health and key, then you're going to know right away, and you don't have to worry about, oh, did I turn cheats off or on. It's just hey, did you open up the right ISO? And you'll know right away. And then replacing characters, that's something we've talked about a lot. Unfortunately, adding characters is not something you can really do with Sparking Studio. It is, and it's not something that is, you can really do. There are some tools out there, like KK Team has a tool, I think it's called DLC Utility. And it doesn't quite do everything we want it to do for the league. I think the last time I looked at it, and it's been years ago, so stuff may have changed. It would add characters, but it didn't properly update all the roster slots so that it would handle extra custom slots for you. I think that was the problem with it, but yeah. So, so what that really means for the league is up until now, whenever we've modded in a character like Jiren or Android 21 or Frost, we've had to replace an existing character, and the original character just had to go away. And so we'll kind of walk through that process tonight to showcase like all the different steps involved with that, and because it is fairly involved. There's a lot of different places where if you want to do the mod right, you've gotta change quite a bit. So let's get started. So I've got the modding guide pulled up that we have linked in our Discord. So I'll plug the Discord there. If you would like to know more, join our Discord. Link should be in the description. And if it's not, it will be there soon when I'm done with the stream. So, but what I'm going to do is in Resident. So the file where this is found is this Resident Battle Parameter file. We haven't talked last time we talked a little bit about Resident Character Parameter. This time we're going to look at the Resident Battle Parameter file, and we're going to export this and set it in there. And when we come in here, you'll see it right there. So let's make a new folder. For starting health, we'll stick this in there, and Sparking Studio will pack it. All right, and now that's done. So first we're going to look at how to mod it with Sparking Studio, and then we'll take a look at it just modding it directly. So you'll see there's several parameter files in here that we can look at. This is the main one right here, this common character info. I don't think Sparking Studio, off the top of my head, I don't think Sparking Studio actually supports editing any of the others, but just to make sure, let's check. Yeah, so you see right here, Resident Battle Parameter, only the common parameters are in there. So in here, you'll see this is early Goku, mid Goku, base, Super Saiyan, and then end. And you'll see as we go through, all these numbers over here are changing. You can see that the base starting health. You can see their starting key and blast stocks that they can have. By default, everyone can have up to 7 starting out, or it really just says their max blast stocks. Kid Gohan. So if we want to change it, just in here, you'll just mess with this file. So like, let's say we want to start with 60, or 70, you can see the graphic updates there right away. You know, and let's say start max health, max key, and max blastox. So that would be what we would do there, and then of course just click save, and eventually it'll, you know, as I said, ignore the error. That's probably just because I'm running on Linux using Wine, and you know, just somewhere in that set of tech something is not behaving correctly. But it does work. Things are saving behind the scenes, as we saw last week. So that's how we would do it with the tool, Sparking Studio. If you don't want to use Sparking Studio, like in the league, we set everybody to have the same health and the same health and the same, what's the word I'm looking for, key. Then what you would do is you would want to come in here and edit from in here, where this is your starting health, this is your starting key. You'll in hex you'll frequently see 80860100 as that's 100,000 in the hex for this game. We're not in, the last time I checked, we're not entirely sure what this set of 2 bytes is. And then this over here is your starting blastox, or your max blastox. And each character, each line in here is a separate character. So, you know, this is early Goku, mid Goku, you know, base, Super Saiyan, and then end Goku from base, you know, Super Saiyan 2, and Super Saiyan 3, you know, so on and so forth. You know, so let's say we wanted to come in here and make everyone have 70,000 health and full key on start. And for now, we'll leave alone the blastox. You've already seen that, so you've already seen me mod that for early Goku. And so we'll just come through here and we'll mod all of these. We'll just do the first 10. And of course we'll save it, and then we'll repack. Well, that's done. Alright, now we'll shut that down and transform. And let's go and and you can see that Goku starts with 70,000 health, full key. Because this is training mode, he still has to charge up certain things, because in the game that takes priority. But if we were to come here, sync battle, normal, yep. Oh, did I mess up the which byte switch? Maybe I did, because he should have started with oh no, that's just max. So Goku would start with he would charge up all the way up to 7 blastox. But if we give him secret measures, Edition Z, character customize. exit without saving. Yeah, now you can see he starts with 7 Blastox. And that's how that happens. So we will move on to probably what everyone is actually interested in, which is modding in new characters. So for this demo, I just pulled Jiren, which was the first mod that DBZ League did to replace a character. In this particular instance, we replaced Frieza Soldier. So we will do the same thing here. And we'll go from there. So you can see here's the costume files, the special effects, the voice, and the voice files for PZ3 US1. And then here's the HUD images, and I think that's the character selection. We'll look at them. If I have the roster mini files, we'll take a look at them, even if we can't, even if I don't have the picture on hand to mod it in. And in the audio, this is just what is used in PZ3, PZS3 US2, which is pretty much where the character interaction lines are kept. So let's get started. First, we're going to make sure that so you'll see in between when we originally did this mod and did the well, between the time we did the mod and now, the AFL has changed. So like the skin, you'll see like Soldier Skin 1, whereas usually when we're looking in the ISO, it's like it would just be like Soldier _ 1P. Yeah, see, like right here. So we'll need to rename these files. Now I gotta look up how to bulk rename files. I can never remember. Let's see, do I have... Let's see. Sweet. So I have the rename utility installed. Okay. Actually, I'm just going to do this one at a time because I don't have to try to remember how to do those particular ones. Name. Versions. Yep. Let's couple this way. And you may think this is pointless, but very frequently this comes up where mods you find online are replacing a character you may not want to replace, and so you need to be aware and take care of that. So it looks like we're missing the animation file. And remember, and just as a reminder, I'm doing the renaming because with the way that AFS Explorer does the import, it needs the names to match exactly. That's lowercase. And just because I need to probably go ahead and do it, I'm going to make this easy on me. Let me that. And then you can see on DBZ League ISO, we actually just went and renamed Frieza Soldier to Jiren. Well, that was a bug. I didn't mean to do that. I'll fix that later. So. Right, so let's go back here. Animation mods, and we'll rename that to Soldier. And so now we have all these ready to import on this one. And here, mod. No, we're not going to rebuild just for that because we're probably going to have to rebuild anyway for the audio. That'll be a different AFS image. Alright, so the folder is imported. So now if we went in and let's say just wanted to start it, so now you said what's going to happen here. Let me set this. We'll turn this back. Just go into ultimate training. You'll hear the audio going at super speed. But you'll see now Jiren's image is now on the character selection screen, even though Frieza Soldier's still there in the map menu. Yeah, and you can see all sorts of weird stuff happening if stuff doesn't go right. Oh, this is that's from. Yeah. Yeah, weird stuff can happen. Oh, I bet this is. Yeah, I bet that's the bug original version we checked in. Aha.
Come on,
so,
bring it. Enough
Yeah, you hear the audio has. Oh, that's weird. Um, yeah, you can see from this version of Jiren, things are very different than what they ended up being. Um, well, I bet that's because that doesn't have. Oh, we'll probably just be able to fix that fairly easily. And yeah, export just to make things a little easier on us. We'll just export those. Probably should just start from there, but good to know. I should update my archive of some of these old files for these mods. So shut that down. So and you guys will quickly see a lot of this is just quick drudge work at times to get through the stuff that lots of boring copy paste stuff. Good. All right, so let's take this back there. Transform. Back to Frieza Soldier. Let's re-import this folder because I have no idea what that file size is compared to this. So now we'll see something that should much more closely resemble uh, what we have in the league today. Hmm, not what I expected. Um, yeah, you'll see the name changed. Um, well, let's see.
Come on, bring it.
We may actually just need to resize it. Um, Yeah, you see, it did change. It did pull the animations from there. Sometimes weird stuff happens. Just gotta figure it out. Yeah, what we'll have to just probably do is, let's just try, and it could be if there are times where if your memory is off, uh, it will be because it can impact the pointers that you're dealing with. Uh, it it can cause other problems. I would not have expected this particular problem, but sometimes that may be the issue. And then what we can do is afterwards we'll inject the AFS file as a whole and go from there. Uh, After that, I'd have to spend more time messing around with it, and I don't want to waste you guys' time with me just debugging something. Um, we'll move on to some of the other aspects of replacing a character if that doesn't work. So we'll load this file and insert the AFS into the CD image. We'll insert over this one, and this will take just a minute. Hopefully not too long. Okay, it's done. So now we'll reset. Let it go fast. There we go. That's the attack we all know and love. So you can see that, you can still hear, the in BZ on the US1 AFS file, there is the intro lines are kept there. Why? Don't know. This game organizes files weirdly, but that's what happens. So, but let's go ahead and showcase how to, what the difference there is. So import file, transform. In here, we're going to open up, instead of PZS3 US1, which we're familiar with, we're going to do US2. Um, oh, we may not actually, wondering, we're going to actually do the import because of the naming differences we will see. Because I don't think anyone wants to watch me have to mess around and figure out the bulk rename for that. All right, so as you can see, we're still kind of on the default file. So let's import file name list and Sparking Studio, D6, AFL list, and pull it right over from DZS3, US2, open. This will take a minute just because there's so many audio files there. So be patient, especially if your computer is a little bit on the older side. This could take a couple minutes to load. My computer is fairly high spec, so it can chew through it pretty quickly. But even still, when messing with this, when messing with the US2 file, it can take a minute. Yeah. Oh, two of updating the file name list. So. Uh, Yeah, see what I mean? Like it says it's done, but it's still loading. all this. There we go. And now you'll see like it's going through files. So yeah, let's see. So we'll start by importing this folder. I saw one file that this one kind of worries me because I don't exactly see the place where it's supposed to be, where it's supposed to slot in. Because there was a 502 and there's a 520. So I'm not gonna worry about it. Again, I probably need to go back and update all these uh, all the all my archive of this mod so that it reflects how we ended up doing things. So uh, using less space than they have reserved. So yes, we will rebuild it. Um, come back to the demo folder and PZS3 us2.afs, and then we'll hit save. And again, we'll wait a minute because again, with this being a far bigger AFS file, it will take a fair bit of time to do the actual update itself. And while we're waiting, I'll turn the music. And yeah, it's still going. See, it's still just kind of chugging along because I think I don't remember if Vive said or if another modder I've worked with in the past said it, but the US2 file gets almost to the point where it maxes out what the file format is capable of doing, which is one of the reasons why it just takes forever to load or to update the audio. So while that's loading, I'm gonna go take a look for my archive of mod and see if I have the minis for the roster. Hmm. inside since I have other places. Well, so what you'll see me do is that since I have other versus US, select. Character chip back there. He's a soldier, and there's the big boy. Just that headshot for the. Let's use export all. Let's see, is that done? Oh, still going. Said this part takes a while. So and just because there's so many files there. So we got that part ready to go. Because next is pretty much the main thing remaining from here is the map, the menu editing. So it requires a bit more, which we're only, if you remember from a couple streams ago, the menus are basically a lot of copy paste work between the different menus, just to get everything consistent. We'll only demonstrate one just so it's not just you guys seeing me do the same thing constantly. Excuse me. So yeah. Shoot, I forgot how long this part was, but at least after this, Jiren's voice audio will be in place, and we can hear those dulcet tones. Unfortunately, I can't use. I don't want to use AFS Explorer to try and do another operation while I've got one instance running. I don't remember how sensitive it is to trying to do stuff like that. Oh, wait, well, at least we're in the US files. That means we're getting close. And if you happen to have any viewers that are interested in asking questions, feel free to go for it. Oh, that'll be frozen until. Right. So we'll now insert this there. Okay. Rebuild it and name this one Jiren. And for those who haven't figured it out yet, sometimes modding is just a lot of waiting. I do think after this we'll take a quick look at importing some of the things you need to do to add new costumes. I don't think we've done that yet, or if we have, I don't remember at all. Um, so let's see. Yeah. So I should have. We'll bring out the beautiful link mod for Tapion for this. Um, let's see. See if I can find it. There we go. And all right. So have tap, we'll have Tapion ready to go once this is done. Plenty of time since this is almost done. This will be the part, on rewatch people can just fast forward through for a few minutes and not have to worry about missing much. And yay, we get to wait even more. Oh, hey, didn't have to wait that long this time. All right. So, um, we will close that and then There you go. If you, hopefully the volume is loud enough for you to hear.
Get ready. All is possible with power and power alone. This attack decides it. This only stands.
That's one way to
I will
dodge an
finish
ult.
this. This attack decides it. This only stands.
All right, so that should be good for that. So shut down. So let's go ahead and re-import. We'll move on to the next part of this. Jiren. Give it a second. Give it a second. There we go. Loading. All right. So the next part is uh, versus. Well, we'll do that because that's the main one that we really care about here. So we'll export it from here. Go to our directory, Jiren. We'll export there, and then unpack that file. All right. You remember these menus are fairly nested. So character select, and we'll have the map, we'll have the character menu that we need to unpack and insert in here. And we'll also need to, so you'll see the character name and the character chip. Both of those need to be updated to make sure that everything is looking correct. Character name, character chip. All right. So let's start with the character chip. So I'll open. Look very familiar with all of the different names of the characters. So Frieza Soldier, you'll see we have Frieza Soldier there. We'll import our big brick wall character that just is strong. Versus. Yeah. Okay. So Sparking Studio did not export it as an indexed PNG. So I think we mentioned this last week. But we don't need to look at the B2 renames for this season. To make sure, all these images have to be indexed to a certain color scheme, and you need to use a tool like PNG Quant, PNG OO. I think that's the one that's for Windows. Yeah, PNG OO or PNGoo. So 256, and then O index.png. All right. So now that's indexed, and we import it. Sometimes muscle memory is just an. All right, and now that's theirs. So we'll save. Eventually it will go through. There we go. All right, and that's that part. So, but we don't only have to do that part. We also have to do the character name. Otherwise, it won't show up completely correctly. So here, select, and these are all text files. So let's say we're going to do this anyway. We're going to do, yeah, let's actually not do it. So we'll do it with the hex editor because actually, let's showcase some of the things that can go wrong if and do is that paste. And let's just say you want to be rid of all that. And this you know, you just kind of use a regular, thing, regular text editor. You don't use a hex editor, anything like that. So now because I have said that this will mess up, watch it work out just fine. But we'll repack the name, repack the chip, this one always takes a second because it's also got to compress for the last time on that one. Hit the button. All right. So now we may need to do an import folder on this one because this one may need to resize. If that's the case, it'll take just a second. Hopefully it won't. Yay, it didn't need to. All right. Since this is versus, we have to go in. So you'll see that this is one of the things that can mess up. You'll also notice there's one other place that we did not get, and that's on this one, where it still says freeze a soldier. But you'll now see the name is blank. That's because of how we edited this. But you will notice that we do have that nice headshot of Jiren in there now. So how do we fix that? Here, well, let me start by this. Copy that back into place because I don't want to have to fix that, paste in the folder. And then if we look at this, we'll see that's now back to normal. All right, so close that out. We'll open up Hexinator. And in this, let's see. Make sure I didn't mess up something with how I opened it up earlier. Yeah, I did. All right, so close that out. Oh, you know, it helps if you pay attention and you put things in place. Some replays. All right. So back up. We'll fix it. All right. So now you have. And then just come over here and zero out everything else, because this needs to be pretty much a fixed file size. All right, so we've got that fixed, and come back up here. You will set character name box. Trying to remember. I need off the top of my head. I can never remember which file is the. I think it's the character form pack. Find out in just a second. Pack it. And if it's not, well, it won't take much to figure out. Actually, I think it might be the copy of it in the Z items. Yeah, that's blank. So you'll see, we'll go back in here, and if you remember, each map has its own copy of all the Z items that we need to mess with in order to make sure that the Z items will display correctly on each one. So you get this Z item setup, and let's look in there just to make sure. So yeah, and you've got another character name right there. And because I'm lazy, we will do this the right way and repack. Come in there, demo, Jiren versus. And we'll just copy it from right here and go in here. And when we paste, it'll get rid of the old character name and rename this one to have the right number. And now that one will go correct. That one should display the same name everywhere. Get the music started back up. But it's much more fun with some background music. All right. And this should be, I should just need to do the top level folder now. All right. So. And if I was, and it also would help if I would remember to import the file into the ISO. That might help too. You guys have no idea how many times I'll just, after packing one of those menus, I'll just open up the game and completely forget to import. So now if we did everything right, you'll see Jiren, and if you come there, you now see Jiren up top as well. So, and that is pretty much everything for how you import it. Like, again, if we were doing this for DBZ League or for another mod, ISO, we would copy these changes to all of the other menus, so that whoever, wherever you are using this character, that you would have all the changes in sync. So yeah, that's that. Um, but yeah, let's go ahead and look at. We got a little bit of time left for tonight, so let's go ahead and look at adding a costume. So for this, I just went ahead and while we were waiting earlier, I went ahead and added the Link costume we did for we added for Tapion that Vive did a while back. Of course, I don't really do much in the way of texture editing or audio editing, so most of the time when so I don't really know how to do that part of things all that well. A lot of it is just when you a lot of what I know is just kind of how to get it in the game to where it's useful, because there can be a lot of moving pieces. So yeah, so we'll start here, and in this resident character parameter file, we need to edit it so that it specifies that Tapion has 3 costumes. Export there, and all right, so we'll start with opening that up. Yeah, so I think we've looked at this. We might have looked at this screen before. I don't really remember, but this screen has a fair bit of. It has a fair number of different things on there. Like it has how many, if this is considered a good character or not, good, evil, or neutral. How many destruction points is it worth? I'm not 100% sure what the camera is for, whether that's for this image over here or for something else. I've never really messed with it. Evolution Z, this tells you how many available slots they have, and then how many Z points it costs to give them more slots. So yeah, so I said earlier we're gonna give Tapion a new costume. Let's see. I don't remember what Tapion's number is, so there we go. So Tapion, so you see, has two costumes. We'll set that to 3, and then if by default, like in the league, we have a custom mod that just sets all these to like 50, so that we don't have to worry about points for all the characters. So, but like if you wanted to set his base default to 7, you could. Okay, and it's saved. And as a side note, this right here tells you, this character select restriction tells you which other characters in the lineup he can't be in the same lineup with other than himself. Just to showcase that real quick, like we put Great Saiyaman in here, like you can't put him in the same lineup as Gohan, or you can't put Videl in the same lineup as Saiya Woman. Yeah, like right here. So one of the things we did early on in the league was do a mod where the Videl and Saiya Woman could be in the same lineup, and Saiyaman and adult Gohan could be in the same lineup. So save that. So we'll go ahead. We've got that there. Let's go ahead and repack the file. All right, and then we'll import the folder because we're going to need to resize the US1 image, which thankfully will not take nearly as much time as the US2 file. Yep, we'll want to replace it. But yeah, that. Then once we reinsert it, that'll be that. And there's other times like, if you have other custom mods like we in the league do, you can just extract the textures from a file. I guess we would like to load it. So let me get this set up so I can talk about while the ISO is building. Insert to there. Costume. Oh. Cancel. Because I'm just dumb. And yes, we'll rebuild. No. All right. So if you look in this, pretty much like if you were to just take so I mentioned in the original video I did on kind of digging into the game code, I mentioned that like this is the HUD image for a character. These are the 3D model files. 11 and 12 are the actual textures of a costume. Or 11 is the textures of a costume. So like, if you have a new costume, but you want to keep all the moves the same, you want to keep all your melee parameters, your common parameters, like all these other things the same because of whatever other mods you've done, you really just want to copy 1 through 12 from whatever your source mod was into your file. So like, what's a good example for League? So like for Future Gohan or Ultimate Gohan, when we've added new costumes, like we added Beast Gohan as a costume for this upcoming season or this past season. I don't remember at this point. It was we just copied these 12 files into basically a copy and paste job of Ultimate Gohan, so that all of our mods would stay in place, and we just overwrote the model and the textures. Yeah, that's still going. So like, but yeah, just to give an idea of what the costume texture looks like on the inside, because I don't have the right stuff for the 3D modeling part to work with this that well. So like you'll see here's all the different parts of Tapion's costume, and there's a bunch of shaders, and not sure what those are for. Very end, like the rest of it's just kind of different parts of his costume, and sometimes you need to only copy and paste specific parts of the textures, like when we imported Vives mods for all the different recolor costumes, where like late Piccolo now has a white costume or a white gi, and early Piccolo has a black one. That mod was originally for that white gi was originally for early Piccolo, but just by picking and choosing which textures we copied over into this file, we could apply it to late Piccolo as well. So now that that's in place, exit ECSX2, and now we have our costume ISO, and we should be able to choose Tapion's third costume from any of the menus, if I recall correctly. Now I just got Tapion is on this. Oh, there he is. Yeah, see. Now he has costume 3. Yep, and you can see. Yep. And that's that. Yeah. Thanks for joining me on these guys. There might be one more of these in the near future, but I think I've pretty much covered all of the major mod types that we've done for DBZ League. If there's something else you guys would like to see me cover, just let me know in Discord or in the comments on this video. I hope you guys have found it useful. I hope you enjoyed it. And hope you guys will like and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. Take care, everybody.